Okay, I think we're running. We're going. We're going to mute. Stop it. What we are here to talk about today is October. It is November 20... No, I'm a liar. What the heck? It is September 27th today, and I wanted to talk about what I want to read in October. We're heading into spooky season, the spookiest season of the year, October. And I have plans. I have so many plans. This TBR is rather ambitious for how much I have on my plate, but I wanted to bring all of my spooky reads into one pile so that I can have them available to me, and I can just do what I want. I can just talk about whatever I want. And I can pick up, I have them in one place. One singular place. This is a TBR, but let's also talk about projects for a second, before we get into the books, because let's be honest, the books are the main attraction here, so I'm going to talk about the not book stuff first. So I've got my Halloween Pinafore project to do. I've been working on this project since like August when I got it. You'll see I mentioned it in my in my first CostTube video, which I can link in the cards because I know how to do that now. I'm like a real YouTuber. But I talked about it. I have that beautiful fabric. I recently got a bunch of like trims and ribbons and stuff, and I've been working on the mock-up to make it happen. Video to come. I think it's probably gonna have to be at least 2 parts given how much struggling I have been doing with the mock-up. And no, I'll put this in the other. Look out for the mock-up video. We'll talk about all the mistakes that I've made in this mock-up process. And then hopefully there'll be another video that's like aesthetic of me like making the actual ones and putting the actual things together, and it'll be cute and fun and stuff. I don't know, we're trying. We'll try. So, that Halloween project is on the docket. At work, I am making a thriller music video for a karaoke contest through the month of October, so that's fun and exciting and Halloween-y based. Grad school is happening. That's not Halloween based, it's just like gonna be on my plate all month. And we are going to put some October spooky season themed books on my reading list for the express purpose of making me more overwhelmed than I already am, I guess. I guess that's the point. That's what we're doing. So, this TBR is organized into 3 sections. Each section has 2 books in it because I'm very good at even numbers, and I definitely did that on purpose. The sections are as follows. 1. Books that I bought a really long time ago. And by a really long time ago, I mean 9 months? Last Christmas? I bought these last Christmas. I have 2 spooky season books that I bought last Christmas, and then haven't read since then, because it hasn't been spooky season yet. I haven't been in the mood. 2 is books that I've borrowed from other people, which is the middlingest in terms of chronologically when I received these books, because I borrowed them in July, and I have not gotten to them yet. But I figure they are spooky season type books because they have to do with things like blood magic and grim darkness and stuff like that. So that is the second, is books I borrowed from other people, and the third is the books that I literally just bought like yesterday. I bought 2 books yesterday, and I'm like, these are appropriate spooky season reads. So I have 6 books in 3 categories, and we'll get into them now. I'm being very gestural today. I don't normally get this into it. We'll see. I have a lot of energy. Like, I feel like I have so much energy and I have so much I need to be doing, and I just don't know where to put that out. Don't know which outlet to put that in, so you're getting it here. You, whoever you are. I got a new follower last week. I was a new subscriber, whatever, excuse me, YouTube, but I was so excited. So hello to my new follower from last week. I got an email about you, and I'm very pleased that you're here. Hopefully you watch this. If you don't, that'll be embarrassing for me. That'll be awkward. Gosh, now that I've wasted 7 entire minutes not talking about the books, let's get into the books. Category number 1, old books from last Christmas that I bought after spooky season, unfortunately, and have not been in the mood to read until now. They were also, I left them here when I went to Boston for grad school, and so I didn't even have them available to me for the first 3 months of the year. My excuse for the rest of the 6 months, I don't have one. I don't have one. Also, I would like to apologize to everyone for the horrible squeaking noises and general loudness of this chair, which I've just now started noticing for myself. Maybe it's because I turned the microphone on, and now I just hear the squeaking every time I move. But I'm not gonna stop moving, and I'm not gonna go find a different chair, so you'll just have to bear with me on this one. Wow, it's been 9 whole minutes. Just talk about the books. Serious face. The first book on the list, the book on the top of the pile, I'm sure you've seen everybody and their brother talk about this, because I saw everybody and their brother talk about this back when it was coming out. It's called We Hunt the Flame. I believe this was, this was one of Barnes & Noble's YA book club picks, which arguably turned me off it for a little bit, because I did not necessarily have a good relationship with Barnes & Noble's book club picks. They just didn't jive with me on a regular basis, but I did get it eventually. I got it in December of last year, and I intend to read it. And now that it is back to October, fall time, spooky season, one might say, I might be in the mood for a little Robin Hood assassin fantasy book. One of them is a Robin Hood, and the other one is an assassin. It's not like Robin Hood, who is also an assassin. They're 2 different characters, for clarification. But We Hunt the Flame by Hafsah Faizal, if that's how you say it. I really hope it is, but I'm prone to mispronouncing things, just like every other human being. It looks really pretty. It feels very fall for some reason. Maybe it's like the purple and orange thing happening on the cover. The next book on the list, technically, this isn't like a October book, I don't think. I don't think it's an October book, but it's going on this list anyway because it is like a It's Getting Colder book. So like, it's on the list, okay? It feels like the right season. It feels like the right time. And that is Winterwood by Shea Ernshaw. Shea Ernshaw also wrote The Wicked Deep, which I also deeply adore, deep in my soul. I had a lot of fun with The Wicked Deep. I thought it was really fun and witchy and like spooky and stuff. And Winterwood strikes me as the kind of thing that will also be a little bit spooky and a little bit witchy and fun in that way. Also, the cover designs on both The Wicked Deep and Winterwood are gorgeous, just beautiful. I'm very pleased with the cover all on its own. The next books on the list, we made it past category 1, we are on category 2 now. Category 2 is books that I've borrowed from other people, and to make this even easier on all of us, it's 2 books from one series, and that is Darkdawn and Godsgrave from the Nevernight Chronicles. I think I said that the wrong way around. Yeah, Godsgrave is book 2, Godsgrave is part 2, Darkdawn is part 3. And I have borrowed both of these from a friend of mine because he loves them deep in his soul, and he wants me to read them too, so that we can argue about it. I think he also wants me to love them deep in my soul, and I haven't gotten there yet, but like maybe with the two of these I will get there, we don't know. Yeah, so that's where we're at. These two. Also, we have made a deal, and we have said when I start reading these, he's gonna start reading The Starless Sea by Erin Morgenstern. And because The Starless Sea by Erin Morgenstern is my number one pick of books that I loved last year, I'm committed. Okay, I have to pick these up at some point, hopefully very soon, so that he will read my book that I love deep in my soul. Also, again, blood magic, spooky stuff, seems like it's gonna be good for October or November or something like that. When we're talking about spooky stuff and horror movies are a thing that people are regularly talking about, I might be more in the mood for this kind of story than I am, or than I was when I read Nevernight. So we're leaving the door not like all the way open. We're still a little suspicious, a little sus. Ugh, look at me trying to meme. I don't know what I'm talking about. We're still a little suspicious. We left a window open, but like the door is still the door might be unlocked. The door might be unlocked and the window might be open. But like we didn't leave the door open, you know? We'll see. We'll see how it goes. Does this feel as disjointed to everybody else as it does to me? Maybe it'll feel less disjointed once I edit it all together. Maybe it'll feel more disjointed once I edit it all together. Options. The next thing on my list of spooky October TBR-y reads, category 3 is books that I bought yesterday, so this is also kind of a haul, but like a really, really baby mini haul, because there's only 2 books in it. Alright. The first one is All the Stars and Teeth by Adalyn Grace. Look at that cover design. I'm loving the direction that cover designs are going in. I'm loving the direction that the YA genre is going in. I feel it deep in my soul, and I really approve of all of these things. They're like, this is so pretty, and this is such a better aesthetic than the cover design trends when like I was in high school, which was like beautiful girl in a beautiful prom dress, right? Like, this is, for me, such a better aesthetic than those other cover designs. Not that I like super dislike cover designs for like, oh god, what's it called? It's The Bachelor but Dystopia. The Selection. Not that I don't like the covers for the Selection series. Those are fine. Or like the original covers for Throne of Glass. Like the first cover where it was just like some brunette girl's face. Those are fine. This is better. This is so pretty. It's made, like, this is made of, what is this, a spine? This is somebody's spine. You know, bones and skulls and flowers and octopus hands or something. Tentacles, that's what they're called. Yeah, All the Stars and Teeth, if you aren't aware of the plot, I'm also not really aware of the plot because I read the description in the Walmart and decided that I wanted to get it. So, like, I know for a fact that there is soul magic, a princess who's supposed to be good at using it, and then she accidentally screws everything up, and then she has to make a deal with a pirate. I smell a love interest. And then the plot happens, presumably. And then the plot happens. And that's the part I don't know yet, because I haven't read the book. Okay, last one. This is the last book on the list. I'm so pleased with this purchase of mine as well. By the way, I just want everyone to know that it's The Damned by Renee Ahdieh. This is the sequel to The Beautiful, also by Renee Ahdieh. Fun fact. I'm so pleased. Look at this cover design. I mean, like, I'm such a sucker for skulls and flowers. Like, I'm such a sucker for it. But, like, look at it, though. This is so pretty. Also, the fact that the two titles together is The Beautiful and The Damned, like, can you be more aesthetic? Really? Could we try to be more, could we even reach more aesthetic if we tried? Because I am living for it. I'm living for it. I don't actually own a copy of the first book, but like, I need to. I read it, I borrowed it about a year ago. Yeah, I borrowed it like a year ago. I don't have a copy of it, but now I have a copy of the sequel. So I will be presumably more intent on actually getting my hands on a copy of the first one because it is so fun and good. I had a little bit of like a at like the ending where I was a little, no spoilers, but I was a little bit like but I think that's mostly because, I mean, it's probably mostly because I have to wait. You know what I mean? Like, it was probably mostly because the second one wasn't out yet, because I think if the second one was out, I would have just moved on and it wouldn't have caused me such pain in my soul. So, yeah, that is my list of books that I want to read for spooky season this year. As I said, it's 6 books, but they're all big books. They're hardcovers. Some of them are YA. Most of them are YA, but two of them are not. And those 2 are also fairly big books. And maybe I won't read any of these. Like, probably I'm gonna read these because these are the mood at the moment, like, of making this video. But it's entirely possible that I will become in the mood for easy, simple stuff that I don't have to try so hard. Because I'm also in grad school and working 35 hours a week and, like, trying to make Halloween pinafore dresses. So, like, if I need to not think about things, I might not want to put all my focus into these books, and I might instead decide to reread Red, White, and Royal Blue, because I love it so much. Or I could try to reread Hawksong, because I also love that one so much. I might also try to reread The Host, because I watched a YouTube video about The Host recently, and I kind of want to revisit that ridiculousness, because it's so much. Like, it's so much ridiculousness. And I think revisiting it as, like, a proper adult is gonna be wild. Yeah, I guess. I don't know. So I guess that's also an addendum to my TBR. I hope you find some good, spooky books that are going to fill your soul with the spirit of Halloween and spooky season and pumpkins and the color orange. Happy reading.